Welcome to the e-Government Procurement System Supplier Registration How-To video. In this video, we shall cover 3 processes under the supplier registration. First, you shall see how to create a user ID for suppliers, and then you shall see how to log in and complete your profile. Also, how to apply for a category, view and download certificates. Now, let's get started. To use the e-Government procurement system, you must visit the secured URL by typing the following on your web browser. It is recommended to use these web browsers for access to the system: Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Internet Explorer version 11, or Safari. Once the URL opens, you will see the EGP landing page and the menus on the page, which include Home, About, Resources, Modules, Bulletin Board, Public Reports, Login, and Sign Up. Now, let's see how to create a user ID for supplier. To create a user ID, do the following. Step 1. Open landing page and click on Sign Up. Step 2. The supplier registration form opens. Step 3. Fill in the email address, which will be the username for the login. Note, the email address should be unique. Then, fill in the password and then confirm password. Note, choose the security question as desired and answer the question of choice. Users should also remember answer to this security question, as it will be asked during the reset of password. Fill in the primary contact details, who will be worked as coordinator of the organization and maintain the users too. Step 4. Select Send OTP to email to get the one-time password for this registration and for the system to verify that the email provided is valid. Once done, the system will pop up a message that reads, "The OTP has been sent to your email successfully." Select OK to close the pop-up. Open the email you specified earlier and check for email from the EGP system. Copy the code, then enter the code that has been sent to you to the email provided. Note: OTP is valid for only 5 minutes. Step 5. Fill the OTP. If correct, system will prompt a message OTP verified successfully. You, the supplier, will now be taken to a login page. The user created will become supplier coordinator for the supplier organization. This is how supplier ID is created on the system. Now, let's log in and complete our supplier profile. Supplier login and profile completion. After you have created your ID as a supplier, you will be redirected to the login page. Step 1. In the first box of drop-down field, click Select Login as Supplier. Step 2. In the second box, type email ID that you used during registration. Step 3. In the third box, type the password that you created during registration. Step 4. Successful login will route the system to supplier organization profile form of the user on the EGP system. Fill the details correctly, including organization name and your Procurement Regulatory Authority of Zimbabwe PRAZ registration number, if registered previously on the PRAZ portal. Now, let us complete our supplier profile. To complete your supplier profile, do the following. Step 1. Fill all the details in the fields. Step 2. Click Save and Continue. The system redirects the user to the Step 2 of the supplier registration with directors' details and shareholding details needed to be filled. Step 3. Click add directors. The system will pop up a menu where organization directors' details need to be filled. Once completed, click on Save to save the data. When asked, "Are you sure you want to add directors?" click Yes and then click OK. Step 4. Repeat Step 3 to add shareholders' information, if any, by clicking Add Shareholding Information. Step 5. Click Continue to Next Step. The system will move to the last step on Organization Profile. The supplier has to provide supporting document in response to the organization type selected and also declaration of data authenticity. Step 6. Click Save and Complete to complete the profile update. Now, you have successfully created user ID and completed supplier profile. Let's see how to apply for a procurement category. To apply for a procurement category, do the following. Step 1. To apply for category, the supplier has to click on Category Application menu from the main menu and then click on Apply Category in the sub-menu. Then click Select Category available on the right corner. Step 2. To apply for a category, click on Select Category. The system responds with a form with a list of categories for the supplier to select. Step 3. Select the category to be applied by clicking on the checkbox and then click on Save. Click Yes to confirm the selection for the selected categories. Then click OK to close the dialog box. Step 4. The system also shows the payment modes that can be used by the supplier to pay for a category. Step 5. Click on Select Payment Mode to select the payment options. Click the checkbox as required and click on Save. Step 6. The supplier chooses any of the options and click Save button. For the purpose of this video, we shall choose for a year. The system responds with a message. Do you want to save the payment option? Click Yes to confirm the selection and then click OK. Step 7. The system responds with Category List page with amounts to be paid for the category by supplier and proceed for checkout. Step 8. Click Proceed for checkout. The system responds with a message. Do you want to proceed to checkout? Step 9. If yes, click Yes, and the system redirects to the page with selected categories where the supplier has to select the currency type, disclaimer, and then proceed for payment. Step 10. Select currency type and tick on the disclaimer box. Step 11. Click Proceed for payment. The system responds with a message. Do you want to proceed for payment? Step 12. If yes, click Yes, and the system responds with the invoice showing the description of payment. Step 13. For payment, click Proceed for payment. The system responds with a message. Do you want to proceed for payment? Step 14. If yes, click Yes, and the system responds with options for either online payment or offline payment. Step 15. Click Print Invoice and proceed with bank transaction, and the system responds with a form for the supplier to fill in the bank reference number, upload document name and upload document. Step 16. Click Upload Document and send for payment approval. The system responds with a message. Are you sure to upload document and send for payment approval? Step 17. Click a Yes for submission. After successful submission of your application, PRAS will verify payment in case of bank payments and review your business profile within 48 hours. The EGP system will notify you in case of any clarification that may be required on your application. You would also be required to log into the EGP system and view the required clarification and submit the response. Once your application is approved, your certificate will be ready for download from your profile. To view and download your certificate, do the following. Step 1. Click on Main menu and then Organization menu. The sub-menus will be opened. Step 2. Click on Select to view and download certificate available under the Action column. Step 3. Click View and download certificate. Step 4. To download certificate, click on Download certificate. The system will download the certificate and the supplier can find it in Downloads. Here we go. So, that's how you create Supplier ID, login, complete supplier profile, view and download your procurement category certificates. For more details, please visit the resources page on the EGP portal.